Hello everybody, this is Rudolph Wilkins with Forgotten Fitness, and today I'll be talking to you about Vince Gironda's The Wild Physique. Now, many people, including myself, regard this to be possibly the greatest book on bodybuilding ever written. It was written in 1972, over 44 years after Vince opened up his gym, and it pretty much covers everything you could ever want to know about old school bodybuilding. See the training at Vince's gym, what he allowed, the kind of intensity he liked, the sets and reps, exercises performed, his views on steroids, and then you have feedback, the balancing of the system, and that includes supplementation. So he mentions all the supplements he thinks you should take, the kind of diets he recommends to you depending on your body composition, what your goals are. And you also have all these different subsections here that give you different workouts that Vince recommends. And this is an amazing book. You can see the photos. This is just one page. Dumbbell mule kick, rope kickback. I actually recently made his rope device there. It's very easy. I used a 7/8 rope and a small, well, fairly large washer, and just slipped it through the middle, and you can pretty much have Gironda's rope kickback device he used. And it's fairly long, 8 to 10 feet. But I may do a video on that later if you all are interested. Incline alternate dumbbell curls. Many exercises we do nowadays. There's a interesting one, the leg squeeze with the pulley. You can see all these. I'm not trying to give away the book. As far as availability, a lot of people seem to think that this book is difficult to find. It's really not. Now, hardcover it is. I obtained mine from NSP Nutrition for $50. You can also use any of the discount codes. Mine is Vince10, and it'll be 10% off your purchase. And it's essentially a Xeroxed copy of the original. So, the photos are not as they would look in the original book. But that being said, the original book is extremely hard to find. That is, an original copy from 72 is very rare. But if you wanted a digital copy, I would highly recommend going to the Golden Era Bookworm and supporting his page, because what he does for the industry is amazing. He is revolutionary. He has started this Golden Era movement back to the Golden Era of bodybuilding and the Silver Era of bodybuilding. So I would highly recommend that. But if you want a physical copy, there's no better place than NSP Nutrition, and you can get this physical copy that is quite amazing. And this is the way I like to read. If I'm going to read a book, I'd like to hold it in my hands, but everybody's different. Let me show you. There we go. Here you have some information on the different supplements he recommends. Again, I'm not trying to give away this whole book. If you're interested, you can purchase it through any of the means. The thigh bicep, I mean, it's just fascinating. It is a fascinating piece. And in my opinion, probably the greatest bodybuilding book ever written, for sure. If you've ever wanted to know anything and everything about Vince Gironda, this is your book. He has small booklets, such as the Sissy Squat booklet and his workout bulletin, which are also very informative. He also has the Blueprint to a Bodybuilder. But this book covers a lot of that information. It has much on diet, age of training, his workouts he performed and recommended to his students. There's a good picture of that rope. Let's see if I can find it for you all. There it is. There's Muhammad Makawe. You can see it's a fairly thick, but not as thick as the tricep rope we use nowadays. And he just wrapped it around his hands, and it's fairly long. It's another awesome photo. Young lady doing tricep extensions. There's Vince. But I mean, it's just an amazing book. If you like photos too, it's got a lot of pictures in it, many of which you probably haven't seen, of Golden Era and Silver Era bodybuilders. There's Bill Pearl. He's talking about nutrition here. Bill Pearl was a lacto-ovo vegetarian for his final show, but for the majority of his career, he consumed a relatively commonplace bodybuilding diet of meat and avoided junk food and processed sugars. But it's an amazing book. It's relatively affordable if you find it from get it from any of the websites I mentioned. and extremely informative. In many ways, I would say this is the only bodybuilding book you would really need. Really, if you're a beginner, if you're an expert, there's a lot you can learn here. And the thing about it with me is I take all this information from these different bodybuilders from the silver and golden eras of bodybuilding, and I combine many of the methods because I think you can learn a lot from all of them. Depending on the athlete, there is much to learn on the development and how they went about bodybuilding, because there's no really correct way to build the body. It's a process, it's systematic, and it takes time. And if you combine many of the aspects from the different athletes, I think that's when you get the most out of it. So, although I think you can just purchase this book and be good for the rest of your life, I think reading more is only ever going to be beneficial for you. It will never hurt you as far as when it comes to physical culture. So go out there, read a little bit, and definitely buy this book because it's fantastic. So I hope you all enjoyed, and till next time, this is Forgotten Fitness signing out. Bye-bye. And that concludes this video. If you enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button below and consider subscribing to my channel. If you are interested in any more content that I make, you can check out my Instagram at the official Vince Gironda fan page, where I post all things pertaining to the Iron Guru and the silver and golden eras of bodybuilding. I am also an official ambassador of NSP Nutrition, which happens to be Vince Gironda's one and only supplement company. If you would like to purchase any of their high quality merchandise, any booklets, any supplements, you can do so and use my discount VINCE10 at checkout for an additional 10% off your purchase. And until next time, this is Forgotten Fitness signing out. Bye-bye.